What would you do if you found out your parents had been secretly funding your siblings' entire future while making you pay your own way? And when you asked them why, they looked you dead in the eye and said, "We just liked him more." This is the story of how one Reddit post, one secret recording, blew an entire family apart. And honestly, I'm still not sure who the real villain is. Our story begins with a young man. We'll call him Marcus. He was 18, had just graduated high school, and was doing something a lot of people would respect. He was working full-time, saving every dollar, taking a gap year so he could afford community college on his own. No one asked him to do this. No one offered to help. He just figured that's how it worked. You want something, you earn it. But his younger brother, let's call him Dylan, Dylan never had to think about any of that. Dylan always got the newer clothes, the better birthday gifts, the extra attention at dinner. If there was one piece of cake left, guess who got it? Now look, Marcus wasn't abused. He wasn't unloved, at least not in any obvious way. But if you've ever been the kid who watches your sibling get everything handed to them while you're told to figure it out yourself, you know exactly what that quiet kind of hurt feels like. For 18 years, Marcus swallowed that feeling. He told himself it was normal. Maybe Dylan just needed more help. Maybe he was overthinking it. And then, one night, he heard something he was never supposed to hear. Marcus was walking past his parents' bedroom when he caught a piece of their conversation. His mom and dad were talking about college, specifically about how they were going to pay for Dylan's tuition. Full ride, tuition, books, housing. They had a plan. They had been saving, and it was all for Dylan. Marcus felt his stomach drop. He'd been working doubles at his job. He'd been skipping meals to save money, and this entire time, his parents had the resources to help him too. They just chose not to. So he did something most people only think about doing. He pulled out his phone, hit record, and walked into that room. He asked them, point blank, on recording, "Why are you paying for Dylan's college, but not mine?" And his parents, not knowing they were being recorded, said Dylan needed more help, that Marcus was more independent, that he could handle things on his own. Marcus pushed back. He asked why it had always been this way, why Dylan always came first, and that's when his father lost his temper. He told Marcus, his own son, that maybe it was time for him to move out, that they were sick of keeping a roof over his head. Marcus left that room in silence, but the recording, that was still running. What Marcus did next changed everything. He uploaded the recording, the full, unedited conversation, to 2 of his social media accounts. No filter, no context, just his parents' own words in their own voices. Within hours, it went everywhere. Family members saw it, friends saw it, people Marcus hadn't spoken to in years were sharing it. And then, his father found the video, and the screaming began. But this time, Marcus wasn't alone. His grandparents saw the video too, and the very next morning they showed up at the house with the rest of the family. What happened next was a full-scale family intervention. Marcus's parents were sat down on the couch, and for the first time in their lives, they were the ones being told off. And that's when the real bombshell dropped. Marcus's grandparents revealed something nobody in that room expected. For years, they had been sending money to Marcus's parents every single month. And that money? It was supposed to be split evenly between both boys. College savings for Marcus and Dylan. His parents took it all, every last dollar, and put it into Dylan's fund. Marcus never saw a cent. Even Dylan looked stunned. He admitted right there in front of everyone that he'd always noticed how differently their parents treated Marcus. He just never said anything. The parents offered an apology, but Marcus could tell. Everyone could tell. It wasn't real. It was damage control. Then Marcus asked the one question that had been eating him alive since childhood. He looked at his parents and said, "Why? Why have you always treated Dylan better? Is there something I don't know? Am I adopted? Was I an accident? What is it?" And his parents' answer was the most devastating thing they could have possibly said. Nothing. There was no reason, no secret, no explanation. They just liked Dylan more. The following Saturday, Marcus's grandparents showed up with a moving truck. When his parents saw the boxes being carried in, they panicked. His father tried to block the door, and Marcus said something I will never forget. He said, "You told me to move out, so I'm moving out." His mother started crying, but not because she was losing her son. She said, and this is almost unbelievable, that they had been counting on Marcus's rent money to help pay for Dylan's college fund. That was the last straw for Grandpa. He turned to Marcus's father and told him he had never been more disappointed in him. He said the monthly payments were done, over, finished, and if they ever tried to retaliate against Marcus for telling the truth, he would disown them. Marcus had one last conversation with Dylan before he left. It was awkward. Neither of them really knew what to say. They said goodbye. Marcus waved, got in his car, and drove away. He moved into his grandparents' house that same day. A smaller room, he said, but it felt more like home than that house ever did. Now, the internet overwhelmingly sided with Marcus. 15,000 upvotes, over 1,000 comments, almost every single one saying the same thing. Your parents aren't upset that they hurt you. They're upset that everyone found out. And honestly, I think that's the most painful part of this whole story. It was never about the money. It was never even about college. It was about a kid who spent his entire life wondering what was wrong with him, only to find out the answer was nothing. There was nothing wrong with him at all. If this story hit close to home for you, you're not alone. Drop a comment and tell me, what would you have done in Marcus's shoes? Would you have posted that video, or would you have kept it to yourself? Hit subscribe if you want more stories like this. I post every week, and trust me, the next one is even crazier. I'll see you there.